Of all the Caribbean citizenship programs, guys, only one actually gives you access to the United States. It might still be E2 investor visa, okay? Only one. And that's what I'm making this video about here today. It is from HPT Group, and it's been that way actually since 1989. And that country is Grenada, right? And today we're going to break down exactly, what is probably potentially one of the most interesting CBI programs that actually that's on the market today. Obviously, there's lots of programs. We've probably heard about Antigua, Samoa. I've just got a post about Vanuatu, Turkey, used to be Montenegro, St. Lucia, obviously Grenada, Dominica. There's various programs around the world. They're very similar, but some also have some very interesting differences. And the Grenada one allows that E2 investor visa again. So there is two different types of ways of getting this passport, right? One is the 235,000 non-refundable, right? Bish, bash, bosh, done. You donate that to the local government, which is the Grenada government. It is an independent Commonwealth nation, and you're able to then get that citizenship program again. The real estate route is the second one. Costs a little bit more up front, but again, it gives you a recoverable asset. I'm actually somebody who does not recommend, I don't want your commission on the real estate. I don't believe that is the best way. I believe it's much simpler to just go through the traditional donation route. Potentially, we might see that property that you would buy never even get built, okay? So just keep that one in mind. It's a lot easier, a lot more simple. Just do the donation, right? Much more simply there, but around 70% of applicants in the first half of 2025 chose real estate, and that's a very rational choice because essentially they would be holding a share of a Grenadian resort or a new development complex, e.g. a new planned property. Again, potentially I can give you 2 to 5% in yield as well, so put my biased opinions aside, potentially also real estate could be a fantastic option for you. But your citizenship, essentially, you can get your money back from it if you do a real estate route and if you do it correctly, right? The math does work out, right? Now, for almost a decade, again, Grenada's E2 setup was the most elegant plays in global mobility for Chinese, Indian, South African investors. Nationals from countries with no US E2 treaty essentially could get a Grenadian citizenship in 6 months, then apply for the E2 visa, set up a US business, live and work in America, clean, efficient, legal. Then December 2022 happened, okay? That was a new act, and that was the US National Defense who actually gone and brought this in and added one line that changed everything, okay? If you acquired your treaty country citizenship through a financial investment, and now again you would need 3 years of continuous domicile in that country before you could actually apply for the E2 investor visa, which is very, very interesting. 3 years of genuine presence in Grenada, not a rubber stamp, not a certificate, an actual domicile, real demonstrable ties as well. Grenada's fast track to America stopped being so fast, right? But again, it still gave them that access and the opportunity to then do so. So who does it still work for today? Which is very, very interesting, right? And here's the thing, it does still work, just in a different strategy, right? And that's what we really have to be thinking about. That's why I'm delivering this message today, right? If you're building a long-term plan, a real presence in Grenada, okay, building genuine ties, treating the 3-year runaway to a US business, it is still one of the most powerful CBI tools on the planet, right, guys? Nobody else here has the treaty, whether it's Antigua passport, St. Lucia. It does not have that treaty. Grenada still does. It just takes that 3-year long play, right? It's just not a 6-month product anymore, as it used to be. And rightly so, because, the US is a fantastic market to obviously do business in, and it's just how it is, okay? So now it takes 3 years, essentially speaking. But starting from April or June this year, 2026, I'm currently recording this 31st of March, can I say, Grenada is adding a physical presence requirement, and that is 30 days within the first 5 years of citizenship. They're also introducing biometrics, replacing the entire CBD Act. So if you're on the fence, the window to apply under the current rules is changing, and I was speaking to an advisor recently. Now is the time. If you were looking at a second passport, now is the time to actually go ahead and do it. We can help you with this at HPT Group. We're going to help clients, over 70 clients all over the world, with corporate restructuring, passports. Again, you can just apply to become a client down below. Check out our website, check out the services that we offer. It's incredibly broad. Essentially, we just service the client, right? Depending on what the client needs, we obviously advise them, consult with them, and then from here develop a great strategy and then implement the strategy for the client, right? That's what we do here at HPT Group. I founded HPT Group about 2 to 3 years ago, and we've had such success. A great reputation has been built, and I really enjoy working with every single client as well. It's been a super privilege to expand my own network into such a, a diverse international group of clients around the world. So there is another great citizenship by investment program, that is St. Kitts and Nevis. I mean, this is the legacy. These are the ones who created it with St. Kitts, right? So Dominica has the lowest price. Antigua offers the most family flexibility, but Grenada has the E2 treaty, okay? And St. Kitts is the traditional old school one, right? The one who started all of this off, right? And that's generally unique, especially with Grenada, okay? And if the US is in your plan, Grenada is the best place to start. If family is in your plan, I'd recommend Antigua. If St. Kitts is in your group and you want a legacy passport, we've seen obviously Nevis Trust, one of the hottest products we've actually been involved with, helping clients get Nevis Trust asset protection vehicles. It's one of the best one right there, really. And other than that, guys, it's pretty simple. If you did want some more information, feel free to drop me an email, will@hpt.group. And over and out, I will love you and leave you, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Cheerio.